Hey everyone, welcome back. We've got big news. Today we've got some big Polestar news. Polestar 4 SUV has been spotted in China with a special livery. It's not actually that special, but let's do an immediate reaction. And at first, I wasn't entirely sure if this was indeed a Polestar vehicles, but as I paid attention to the front of the car, the headlights, and the active arrow, the grille at the bottom, I started to realize that, okay, it does have some similarities to Polestar design. So I thought, let's have a look at the vehicle from the side view. Now, if you look at the back of the vehicle, it's got that straight, sharp cut. That's pure Polestar. I'm not going to lie, that's pure Polestar. So I do believe that this is a test vehicle. We've got plenty of information to go through on this vehicle. It's really exciting. I think this is the first time we get a proper look at what the Polestar 4 could look like, will look like, and it's really exciting. Naturally, because of this, I wanted to create a reaction video. I wanted you to be able to see my face. That's why I've got the camera out. The thing to understand is that at first glance, it doesn't look like an SUV, and the Polestar 4 is supposed to be a crossover SUV. But what it does have a lot of similarities to is the Polestar 5. That's for sure. It looks very similar to the Polestar 5. Now, apparently, the design, it's not fully completed yet. It's a prototype. It's a test vehicle. And those tires, those rims, they're not what you would find on a typical Polestar. So apparently, these images were circulating for some time, maybe 10 days. But apparently, more people were paying attention to this vehicle. Now, this is the Lotus. This is a secret Lotus vehicle. Apparently, the Lotus Type 133. And to be honest, I completely get it, why people would be mesmerized by this vehicle. It has a bit of a Koenigsegg look, while it looks a little bit like a Neo as well. Honestly, at first glance, I thought maybe this is the car like Geely as teased. Like Geely released a teaser video for a car, and I thought, hey, could that be it? But no, it's a Lotus. Now, our Polestar design, what this reminds me of is this concept that I spoke about some time ago. And the reason I spoke about this is because it being a crossover SUV, from some angles, certain angles, the car will look like a sedan. It won't always look like an SUV. So I made a full video and I made an article about this. You can check that article out on our website. So I wrote this article today. Feel free to go check it out. It's on our website. Link is in the description. Subscribe to our newsletter as well. Come on, let's get more subscribers. Now, the Polestar 4 test car spotted in China thanks to a Weibo user. So I've added a link to that as well, to the Weibo page, because this is where I got a lot of information about the vehicle and the tease image. So that's another vehicle apparently. Now we now have images of the real Tesla Model Y competitor. And this is it. This is the Tesla Model Y competitor. This electric vehicle is not yet available. The Polestar 4 is still a mystery. Indeed, Polestar has been careful not to share too much detail with the public. The car is set for a 2023 debut. This is all part of Polestar global expansion plan, and it strikes at the heart of the competitor, such as Tesla. Now, the user wrote via Weibo, and I quote, "This set of spy photos have been circulated for more than 10 days, but everyone's attention has been snatched by the Lotus Type 133. In fact, figure 1 and 2 are the first photos of the Polestar 4. That's the P417 version. There's two versions of this car apparently, or so we think, so we suspect. Now, Polestar 4 is a medium-sized crossover coupe SUV of the PMA platform. Its chassis is similar to the 001, its wheelbase is close, and its overall length is slightly shorter. Now, figures 6 and 7 are preview pictures. Figure 5 is Jido Robo, that's 01. In addition, BX1E, Panda Mini, Boyu L, and much more. So these were photographing convoy. So the Polestar 4, based on Geely's SCA platform and the PMA architecture, was recently observed in China for the first time. Test production is in March this year, 2023, for the all-wheel drive pure electric SUV coupe. And this will be initiated at Hangzhou Bay, Ningbo, and the car boasts a range of up to 600 kilometers WLTP range. So Polestar has yet to share details of this vehicle, the 4 SUV, All that is visible is a teaser shot of the car under a covering, like an entire sheet covering, such that I post right there. That's most of what we've seen of this car. So we know it's high off the ground, but at the same time, we know that it's an SUV. But in these images, like I said, it still looks like a sedan. So reports have indicated that this model could feature an athletic, authentic similarity to that of its predecessor, the Polestar 3. The photos showed a sedan-style car, however the P4 is said to be an SUV. Tesla Model Y SUV is the closest competitive comparison. So the design of the vehicle is yet to be finalized, like I said previously, and very similar to the Polestar 2 and the Precept. Now, the car features split headlights as well. That's what we've seen in the spy images. Now, the Lotus Type 133, referred to by the friendly Uber user, is pictured below. The Lotus has certainly gained much attention, and truthfully, it's understandable because the digital concept of this car is simply amazing. It really is. It is really, truly amazing. And I've got to say, I really like it. So I do have some other additional recent news, Polestar related content as well that you can check out on our website. All the links are available. So hey, let me know, what do you think about this spy image, about these images? Now, the biggest confirmation for this is not just the shape of the vehicle, but it's also the camo. This is classic Polestar camo. If you don't believe what I'm telling you, go on Google, type in Polestar Precept camo. This is the classic Polestar camo, even at Goodwood. These are the images from Goodwood. These are Polestar classic images, dark gray, light gray. Yeah, they love those camo kind of color. And that's a Polestar. That's a Polestar Precept. For one, look at the headlights, the split headlights. Look at the front of the car. It's very sharp. And additionally, look at the grille at the bottom of the front of the car, the air intake. Pay attention to that, and now look at this car. You can clearly see the similarities. The grille at the bottom, the split headlights, and the camo. Classic Polestar camo colors. Yes, a lot of companies do use similar camo, but every company tend to use a slightly different type of camo. There might be some similarities, but companies like this was one of Polestar's camo, almost like a barcode type of camo. And to be honest, this did not hide much because I can clearly see the shape of the car. But also, now that we know what the car looks like, it's much easier. So I'm biased as hell. But I think it is fair to say that it's definitely a Polestar. It looks like to be the Polestar 4. So it's Friday now that I'm recording this video. And before we end this video, let's just take a quick look at the shares. You can see we've been a bit volatile this past week. However, continuously we've bounced back. Whenever the shares, they bounce down to $5.44, it's repeatedly bounced back. And that's been good. So we're seeing some resistance. Anywhere getting close to $6, we're seeing a lot of resistance for the share. Look at that. In the first half of January, around the 13th of January, it was doing really well. It was getting close to $6, $5.97. By the way, this is not financial advice. This is just for educational purposes. But then the price did drop down by a lot to around $5.34. But you can see it continues to try and recover. We're trying to pass that $6 mark, but there's a big resistance at that area. But we're also seeing heavy support. We're seeing heavy support around $5.35 and around $5.47, 45. So we're seeing some supports. But as usual, I'll always say this is an undervalued share because it is. It's the truth. But that is it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Subscribe to see more. Leave a like, leave a comment, and of course, I'll see you in our next video.